Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and they say the truth shall set you free. I believe that sincerely. But in the case of people like Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters, truth might just send them to prison. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please visit that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica and hit subscribe. Absolutely free. It really helps us out. Maxine Waters, Nancy Pelosi, they're giving the game away. They're letting everybody know what they've been up to. See, it's one thing to catch somebody doing something wrong. It's another thing for them to give you the clues to just about virtually admit what they've done and then lead you to catching them. Nancy Pelosi has done hundreds of times better than the best stock predictors in the world. You think that's a coincidence? In her time in Congress, she is the most prolific stock picker in history. There are professionals that just follow her picks and just do what she does. It's amazing because she's a better picker than the S&P 500 by a lot. By a lot. And then you got Maxine Waters. And Maxine Waters, here's a woman, makes $174,000 a year, lives in a $4.5 million home. I don't know how that's possible. I make considerably more than her, and I don't have a $4.5 million home. I know people that make double, triple what she makes as well. They don't have $4.5 million homes. What is it that Maxine Waters is doing that's so darn special that she can afford such a home, such luxuries? And so the other day, when she sat there in the halls of Congress and said, we don't know what Elon has on us, she was being sincere. Her, Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, they're terrified of what's about to be revealed about their corruption and their lies and their fraud and possibly their theft. I want you to watch this video on it. Let me know what you think in the comments.
These states to go after Elon Musk. What does it matter if he's Senate confirmed or not? I mean, that's a real question. But one thing I noticed here, a couple of years ago, we had this non-binary guy that was in charge of nuclear waste, and he was out stealing suitcases. I don't remember seeing a collective freakout about him having access to nuclear waste, but now we have an issue with perhaps the most successful entrepreneur in human history going in and doing something that everybody wants to get rid of: waste, fraud, and abuse.
And Lisa, there's an irony that just occurred to me. The judiciary is a co-equal branch of government with the executive. And there was a panic attack this week that Trump wasn't going to listen to the courts. And he said 3 times, I will abide by the courts. But here you have a court literally telling the executive branch, hey, you can't access data that you are entitled to as the executive branch.
But also, what's the difference between Elon accessing or Doge accessing some of this information versus government employees and federal bureaucrats? I don't see right. They're both working for the government. But Democrats always accuse us of the things that they're doing. We saw this with the threat to democracy stuff when they're actually trying to throw Trump in jail. And they're not worried about cutting spending here. They're worried about their corruption being exposed. I mean, when Elon says that he wants to look into how some of these federal employees get so rich off of the backs of taxpayers. You look at people like Elizabeth Warren, for instance, $174,000 salary. She's a multimillionaire. You look at someone like Maxine Waters during House Financial Services Committee hearing recently, said she's afraid that basically what they're going to find out about her. This is someone that, liberal watchdog groups like Crew have named multiple times one of the most corrupt members of Congress. You look at someone like Nancy Pelosi, who somehow always seems to outperform the stock market and other market benchmarks. So what they're really concerned here is that their corruption is going to be exposed. It's not about cutting government or spending. It's just about being exposed.
Yeah, on the note of Democrats, Cheryl, Democrats did used to pay lip service to this. In 2010, Obama sent a letter to Congress